Hey, what's up everyone? Thank you for tuning in. I want to try and have a go at teaching you how I use Amplitube without being overwhelmed. Find all the things in it that help you create the tone that you're after. I'm going to use metallic as in a Sandman as the tone we're trying to chase in this video, and just show you how I go about emulating my tones using this classic software rather than Positive Grid's bias and things, which is, it's very automated, it's done for you, and as good as that software is, I think it's still nice to go back to your roots and do things the classic way and just dial in your tones and work out what works. Find those little nuances within the softwares and find out what gels, what doesn't, how to create your tones and so forth. It'll help in the long run. But let's just get into it. So I've just got the audio file in Riff Station here. I like this software. We'll talk about that another day. But we all know it. Great song. I've never tried to create that tone before. I've created similar, but not that specific Black Album tone. That it's real crunchy. So you can hear it straight away. We know, a little bit of homework about the tones you're creating always helps doing it. But look, we know it's a Mezza Boogie Mark II or Mark IV. It's very mid-scooped. It's punchy at the same time. It's really focused. Look, into our Amplitube window, this is how it is when you first turn it on. Go to default. So right now, depends what amps you've got, what packs you can buy and those sorts of things from the custom shop. I have the Mezza Boogie pack. I've not really used it since it came out, but I was excited to see it, so I got it. But here there's the Mark IV amp. We'll just go straight into it. And look, they've done an awesome job recreating like the look of the amp and the displays and things. So get yourself familiar just with how the amp face works. They're not generic. So we've got a rhythm 1 gain, rhythm 2 gain, and a lead drive and all these different things. So and you've got a front and back panel, so you can, your reverbs on the back, you've got some triode and simulcast. I don't know, we'll just go back to the front of the amp and red channel. Give it a little bit of gain, that's full, back it off a bit. Look, all these lead bass and controls, we'll just leave them fairly centered for now. Nice and loud. We'll go straight to the EQ, you can turn it on and off. A little bit more bass, scoop out the mids. And raise the treble. So let's have a listen. Pretty woolly, pretty muddy, it's what you expect to start with. Then you've got different switches here, like a fat switch. That seems to add a bit more. He's not real high on the gain in that. We'll just have a. It's just got that real punch to it. So this is still very woolly in comparison. So what we might do is leave that amp as it is right now, and we'll go across to the cabinet. We'll just see if we can slowly alter things in time as we go. The condenser 87. I think we'll switch that out for another SM57. A lot of what we do here, you got to get familiar with the software a little bit and know it works. But we've got our basic cabinet. You've got your zoom in. You've got your the width of the microphones above it, so you get. For now, we'll just leave that centered. You can choose a multitude of all your different amps and all your different cabinets and things. I like the Mesa 412. We'll just leave it there. Work with the recto slant. Speakers, again, massive amount of speakers to try out. Metallica have always been vintage 30 fans from the start, so we'll just stay with the those ones are better. And that's what they all are stock anyway, so you can choose. So we'll change that microphone out right there to, look, you can buy all these extra options. I haven't bought them. So SM57. Sometimes it's easy just to use the mouse with your left hand and keep chugging away. Okay, so that's not bad. Between the two mics, it's not bad. It's still far from the money, but yeah, there's still so there's now it comes down to being familiar with the software. Like, you basically set the amp up with what they've given us. There's a few stomps you can throw in here and there that just see how they work. The basic Amplitube ones, look, I've given away so many presets over the years. You can see that just about every tone I've created, I'm using EQ in it. EQ to sculpt everything. So with EQ pedals, I always start with a mid right in the middle, around the 1K sort of reading. And you can hear that really gives it like a machine gunny. Yeah. So sometimes this helps. Don't be scared to get each slider and experiment, let it. We're going to have a bit more bass in it too, maybe. Like, we're getting a bit better each time. So it really is just a process you go through, and you just keep adding to it. I think there's a little bit too much. So you end up just, so that's that one. The coolest of all, the part that I like the most in this whole Amplitube, sorry I drifted off there, the rack, all the rack equipment, the rack EQ in Amplitube is really powerful. I don't want to get ahead of myself or overwhelm you all, but there's so many different things to choose. I very seldom, for solos and things, I'll add some digital reverb to it, but for basic building songs like this, I go the parametric EQ. This thing is unbelievable. So straight away, like even though the mids are skipped out of it, there's still a different frequency of those mids that you can hear through. So if we just boost the bass a little bit, really comes down a bit thundery. Add a little bit more treble to it. Now we're starting to sculpt it. Now, each of these frequencies in the cue, they change the way that the highs pop or hide the way that they are in the mix. So this is it took me a long time to work out how this EQ works, but at the end of the day, it's the best part of Amplitube. So as we bring the cue dial left, the sound becomes more in your face, and the more we take it to the right, it seems to fizz out and be a little bit more subtle. And the frequencies, you can hear that overtone frequency as I... So you can you just keep on changing that frequency. Have a listen to the audio sample. So it's not super high on the treble, this one, so it's pretty subtle. Same with the bass. So I've sort of adjusted that. This is where you really just need to concentrate on the tone that you're targeting, and so mine still sounds a bit woolly. It doesn't sound as punchy and attacky, and a bit heavy on the bass. The easiest way to hear these is you turn the gain up more on the bass, and so they become more apparent with what control they do. The bass to be a bit punchy. We don't want it woolly or muddy, so bringing the cue back a little bit, and then we just turn the gain down. So I think we've adjusted the bass and the highs, so I'll go now to the mids. We'll sculpt that. Again, if you crank the mid, the frequency shines through a lot more with what you want to choose. sample, it really does. I listen to like the depth of the sound as well as just the tone of it. So there's nothing sort of spectacular about or that stands out about that tone. Like it's just a good sort of scoop tone, but it fits. It's a very mid-focused at the same time. That sits in the mix. As you can see, this really is just a trial and error process. You do a little bit, you go back, and this is just how I create all the tones. This is where all the effort is. Happy with it. Yeah, I think that gives it a bit more punch. Hasn't got that aggressive top end. We're getting there now. Still, a bit more mids. That's a little bit too fizzy in the top end. Just about there, so I'd like to get a little bit closer before I close the video out. It could be in this EQ here. might swap this one out. I do know I do like in the distortion the overdrive that's on this. You can go through all these different ones, but I like that overdrive. Take the drive to nothing. That's just about there. And look, I think we've got it there. So yeah, so there you see it. You know, that's my best at trying to show you how I work these Amplitube programs and how I go about dialing my tones. It's trial and error, getting used to the software and really listening to those EQs. But look, I really hope this helped in some way. If you want me to run through how, like, recreating other tones and showing you how to use the Amplitube, the Marshalls and so forth, just yeah, drop it in the comments. I'll do my best to chase it up and do the video. But for now, I hope that helps with you all, and it doesn't have to be overwhelming or painstaking. Just keep it simple and yeah, go play. Cheers.